Year 9, I would like to talk about the counter pattern. I've had a question about this already today, and I'll just go through it a little bit. I'm not going to go through all of these activities. You do need to challenge yourself with these. And don't worry if you're not up to this section yet. It's okay. Okay, it's not a big deal if you're not up to this section at the moment. So what we've got here is we've got, I left one of the parameters empty, but that's fine. So we've got a variable called plane, which is a sprite, and the plane set the animation to plane, which is this little airplane. And then the background is set to sky blue. So in the draw function, every loop, the background is set to sky blue. And then it says here, we've got a comment, move the sprite 1 pixel to the right each time the draw loop is run. So plane, which is the sprite, the variable that refers to this little airplane, dot x, that's its x position. So the little dot means it's a property of. And if I go to sprites, you can see there's dot set animation. That's actually a method of it, which sets the animation to become whatever we type in there. And then dot x and dot y are properties, so the x and y coordinate. So what we want to do, there is a pattern that occurs in programming languages when we want to increase or decrease a number. And it is generally, you write the variable name equals, and then the variable name again, plus the number you want to increase it by. So plus 2. And so when I run that, it's going across, every time it runs the loop, it increases its x coordinate by 2. Now this pattern here, plane.x equals plane.x plus 2, can be repeated for any number or variable you want to increase the value of. Now I just did this recently with a year 11 student, so I'll just quickly load up what I did. And don't worry about all this extra code here, I just need to find the right one. Let's see, no, where are they all? Survival, that's it. No, it's survival 1. There it is. Okay, now don't worry about all this code. It's scary, lots of code here. But this line here, night counter equals night counter minus 1. So what he wanted it to do is every time you move a room in the game, it decreases the night counter. So night counter equals night counter minus 1. Remember, this single equal sign assigns a value or gets the value of. So what I want to do here is increase the plane's x position by 2, or by, it actually says by 1. So plane.x equals plane.x plus 1. Now that's not the only thing we can use it for. I'm going to skip over to number 12, and I'm going to use it to do some rotation. So by this time there's a few things, there's scale and there's rotation. So for this bit, I'm actually going to switch to the text version of it because it's quicker for me to type it out than build. Oh no, I'll do it this way. We've got these different variables. Blue gear refers to the blue gear sprite. Green gear refers to the green gear sprite. Red gear refers to the red gear sprite. And each of these sprites have x and y coordinates. They have scale, and they also have rotation properties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change. We've already see here that blue gear dot rotation equals blue gear dot rotation plus 5. I think I actually did that, so I'm not sure. I wonder if I can reset this one to see what, well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to leave that. Whatever it wasn't there, it might have looked like this. It might have looked like that there. Blue gear rotation equals that. But what I want to do is I want to put in blue gear rotation plus a number there. And then I run it. And why is that lagging so much? It's actually running really smooth for me earlier. I'm not entirely sure why that's running so slowly. It could be because I'm recording the screen at the same time. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Could be other things I'm running in the background. It was moving real nice before. But I'm going to switch to the text version just to do this next bit. So then I'm going to also do it for red gear dot rotation equals red gear dot rotation. But I'm going to do -5. The reason I'm going to do -5 is because I want it to go the opposite direction. And then same with green gear dot rotation equals green gear dot rotation minus 5. They're both going the opposite direction to the blue gear, so I want that to happen. It's going really slowly here. I'm just going to close down my Chrome and reload it. I've got Zoom running as well. No, that seems to be fine. It's probably, maybe it's this here. Well, you can see there that they are going in the right direction. Hopefully on yours it runs a lot smoother. What have we got here? Warnings. Missing semicolon. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, semicolon, semicolon. It's probably not going to fix it. No, I'm not sure why it's going so slow, but it worked fine for me before. And you can see the variables down here. The rotation is going up, okay, for the blue gear, because blue gear dot rotation equals blue gear dot rotation plus 5. If I scroll down, I can see the other ones are going into negative numbers in there. So you can keep track of what different values are doing down there. If I go back to the blocks, wow, that's really bad. It's really laggy. Let's see. It's the only thing I've got open. But that's how that part there would work. So we're using that pattern of x equals x plus something, or blue gear dot rotation equals blue gear dot rotation plus 5. And it increases the number. We can't just say increase it by a number. We can only, what we do is we get the variable that we want to change and assign it a new variable, which is the value of the old one plus the new number that we want to change. So that's how that one works. I bet as soon as I stop this video recording, it starts running real smooth. But I'm going to finish up there. That is a little bit about that pattern, that counter pattern, plus I've done number 12 for you. I think there's still create your own animation in here, so see what you can come up with those ones. And there's a few other things here leading up to this one as well. And it gives you a hint here, they won't all rotate the same direction, but I've already done that, so plus 5 and minus 5 in there.